Shabbat shalom to you all. Thank you for attending tonight. Thank you for those attending online. And we're going to do service number 3 on page 79. And Anna's going to light the candles first, and then Joyce will do a little bit of reading.
I will make you a light to the nations, that my salvation may reach to the ends of the earth. As these candles remind us of past generations of our people who have sought to live up to that ideal, so may we in our day strive to be a source of light to those about us. We praise you, eternal God, sovereign as the universe. You sanctify us by your commandments and enjoin us to kindle the Sabbath lights. Eternal God, your glory fills the universe. We are never beyond the touch of your hand, yet we are grateful for special times and places which help us in company with others to reach out to you. Here at this hour, let us feel your nearness. Grant that we may hear your voice speaking in our hearts, as in the stillness of Sabbath peace we turn to you. The sun on the treetops no longer is seen. Come, gather to welcome the Sabbath, our Queen. Behold her descending, the holy, the blessed, and with her the angels of peace and of rest. Draw near, and here abide. Draw near, O Sabbath bride. Peace also to you, you angels of peace. We've welcomed the Sabbath with song and with prayer, and home we'll return, our heart's gladness to share. The table is set there, the candles are glowing, the food is prepared, the wine will be flowing. O day of blessing, day of rest, O day of peace forever blessed, bring peace to us all, O angels of peace. And we read responsibly. Amen. Sing a new song to the Eternal One who has done wonderful things.
You made miracles in power, your righteousness to the nations.
You remember your love and faithfulness for Israel.
All the ends of the earth sing your saving power.
Shout for joy to the Eternal One, all the earth.
Bring forth, sing praise.
Sing praise with the harp.
With the horn is the sound of melody.
Let trumpet blast and horn resound.
Falls from God.
Let the sea roar and all that fills it.
The world and all.
Let the rivers clap hands.
And the mountains join joyful song.
Before the eternal God who comes to rule the earth.
To rule the world with justice and the peoples with righteousness.
We sing together on page 82, the Lachado D. Lachado D, Likrat Kala, B'nai Shabbat Merkabala. Lachado D, Likrat Kala, B'nai Shabbat Merkabala. Shamo v'sachar v'dibur echad. Ishmi anu el echad, Adonai echad, U'shamo echad, L'shem please. And stand for the Baruch. To whom our praise is due forever. And would you all like to sit down, please?
We praise you, Eternal One, our God, Sovereign of the universe, whose word brings on the evening, whose wisdom opens heaven's gates, whose understanding changes times and seasons, and whose will sets the stars in their courses in the sky. You make day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light. You make day pass and bring on the night, and separate day from night. You rule the hosts of heaven. We praise you, O God, whose word makes the evening fall. And shall we read the next bit together? Unending love have you shown your people, the house of Israel. Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts have you taught us. When we lie down and we rise up, we will reflect on the meaning of your laws and rejoice in the words of your Torah and in your mitzvot forever. On them we will meditate day and night, for they are our life and the length of our days. May your love never depart from us. We praise you, O God, you love your people Israel.
Right, we're on page 94, and we're going to say the Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'b'chol nefshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'eleh asher anochi mitzavota hayom al levavecha v'shinamtam lefanecha v'tivarata bo v'shivtecha b'veitecha v'v'levtecha b'aderech v'v'shrachtacha v'shalta ot adecha v'tutafot bein einecha v'katavtam on mezuzot beitecha v'visharecha Laman tizkaru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'yitem kadoshim le'elokechem ani Adonai Elokechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim le'ot lachem le'Elohim ani Adonai Elokechem. You can all sit down now, please. All this we hold to be true and sure. You alone, Eternal One, are our God, and we are Israel, your people. You have freed us from oppressors and delivered us from tyrants. You led us out of Egypt forever to serve you in freedom. When we witnessed your power, we praised your name and gave thanks. Willingly we accepted your rule. Then, full of joy, we sang together, Mi chamo havalim Adonai, Min hamo hanedro hakodesh, noro tehillah, osei Adonai yimlo le'olam va'ed. And it has been said, the Eternal One has delivered Jacob and redeemed us from the hand of one stronger than ourselves. We praise you, O God, Redeemer of Israel. And shall we read the next piece together? Grant, eternal God, that we might return in peace, and let us rise up to life renewed. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Guide us with your wise counsel, and for your name's sake be our help. Shield us from sickness and war, from famine and distress, and keep us from wrongdoing. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings, for you are our guardian and deliverer, a gracious and merciful God. Guard our going out and our coming in, that now and always we may have life and peace. We praise you, O God. May your sheltering peace descend on us and all who dwell.
So we're on page 97. Please stand for the meeting.
Adonai sifatativta uvia ita hilatera. Eternal God, open my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise.
Baruch atah Adonai,
Eloheinu v'Eloheinu v'Eloheinu v'Eloheinu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol, HaGadol, HaNorah, El Elyon, Gomel Hasadim Tovim, Mekonei HaKol, V'Zoher HaSe'avot Ve'imot, who may be Gulad Livnei B'neihem, L'ma'an Shelo B'Hava. Melech Yosef Mashiach Magen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Abraham V'Ezrat Sarah.
Atah Gebar Yolam Adonai, Mahayei Metim Atah Rav Hashiach. Yishiv Haruah Marid Hageshem, Mazmea Hashemesh Marid Atah.
Mahakel Hayim B'Chesed, Mahayei Meitim B'Rachamim Rabim, Somer Noflim B'Rofei Oholim, Umatir Asurim, Umahayim Emanoto, L'Shenei Ava, Michamo Haba'al Kavurot, Umidomela, Melech Memit, Umahayim, Umasiyah Yeshua.
V'ne'eman atah lahayot meitim, Baruch atah Adonai, Mahayei Hametim. You are holy, awesome is your name, we have no God but you. We praise you, the eternal one, the holy God. Please be seated. We thank you, O God, for this Sabbath day, which calls us to a closer communion with you. Though you are near to us at all times, you reveal your presence most clearly when we direct our thoughts towards you in worship and meditation. In you, O God, our humanity is exalted. You are our life. From you come its greatness, its power, its beauty. Establish in us, we humbly pray, a devotion to you that shall be firm in all the circumstances of life. May this service renew in our hearts a sense of your presence and bring us peace.
Yismahu Malchutah, Yismahu Malchutah, Shorei Shabbat, V'korei Omek, Amakashe Shavii, Amakashe Shavii, Kulam Yismahu V'yitam Yom V'Yom
ancestors. May our rest on this day be pleasing in your sight. Sanctify us by your commandments and make us loyal to your teaching. Satisfy us with your goodness, gladden us with your salvation, and purify our hearts to serve you in truth. In your gracious love, Eternal One, let the holiness of your Sabbath enter our hearts, and may all Israel, who hallow your name, be exalted by its peace. We praise you, O God, for the holiness of the Sabbath.
Grazie Adonai Eloheinu, V'yam Yisrael, U'tafilatam b'yahava, Tekabel, U'tahila ratzon, Tamid avodat Yisrael.
Atahu Adonai Eloheinu v'Elahei Avotenu li'olam va'ed. So hayenu b'gein yishenu. Atahu l'davador. Nodei lecha nesaper tehilotecha. Al hayenu hamsurim b'yadecha. V'al nishmotenu lo. V'al nisecha shebacho yom imanu. V'al niflotecha v'tovatecha. Shebacho eid. Erev v'voker v'zoharayim. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha u'lecha na'a v'hodot.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael, Tasim le'olam, ki atamahu
for some private prayer and meditation.
Yehu ratzon imrefi, Yehu ratzon imrefi, v'hegyon lafan banecha, Adonai suri v'godi. Oh, may the words of my mouth, the meditation of my heart be acceptable to you, O God, my rock and my redeemer. Oh, say shalom b'bramav, say shalom aleinu.
wobbly tonight, you know, but it's great fun. Yeah, it's lovely. No, it's brilliant. Yeah, no, we like that. We like that. No, it's excellent. No, I thought it was brilliant. No, it's fine. It's lovely. Now, I wonder how many of us would imagine that this week's Torah portion has a link, albeit slightly tenuous, with our two arcs. The explanation will be revealed later. But this Shabbat we read the final portion of the book of Exodus called Pekudai. Our son Philip will be very pleased to hear that some rabbis refer to this portion as the accountant's portion because Pekudai translates into accounts. The portion commences with Moses telling the Israelites about the necessity of keeping the Sabbath day holy and to have a complete rest from work. Moses continues by asking the people to donate gifts for the building of the tabernacle and the ark. The gifts requested were far-ranging, which included gold, silver, jewellery, copper, acacia wood, oils and spices. The list was very long. However, the people gave willingly and in such huge amounts that because of this, there was much left over from what was necessary, and therefore Moses had to reluctantly close the appeal. All items donated, with all the detailed building instructions, were diligently recorded, hence the audit connection. Commentators suggest that the gifts freely donated demonstrates the amazing generosity of the Jewish people. Bearing in mind that this part of the story is about a year after the Exodus from Egypt and follows the golden calf incident, so one wonders where all the possessions came from. After all, the people had to leave Egypt in such haste they hardly had time to pack. God suggests to Moses that he appoints Bezalel, a very capable architect, together with his assistant Oholiab, to head up and oversee the temple and ark building project. There is, in my view, an amusing midrash. A midrash is, it's a story around the Torah portion, really, that the rabbi sort of made up, if you like, about Bezalel being appointed. The story goes that Bezalel is only aged 13 when he is about to be appointed, but blessed by God with all the abilities of an experienced architect. So God asks Moses if he is happy with the appointment due to his young age. Moses replies saying, "If you got a happy, why wouldn't I be?" God replies saying to Moses, No, that's not good enough. I think you should ask the people. Perhaps this is the start of a democratic process. Most decisions, whether it is in government or business or indeed organisations like our own KLS, are taken by our elected leaders, or in KLS's case, by our council. In the vast majority of issues, this is absolutely fine. If the people aren't happy, they can vote out the existing incumbents at an election, or in the case of our synagogue, at a general meeting. Not that I can ever recall that happening at KLS, and hopefully never will. But returning to the Torah portion, the completed tabernacle and ark must have been a tremendous sight to behold, with all their finery. The ark would have appeared amazing, garnished with gold and silver, together with woven drapes made from fine silk. The text continues by saying that a cloud covered the tabernacle after it was completed. This was seen as a representation from God, and that God had blessed the structure. The Israelites did not move on till the cloud was lifted. You see, it's a portable ark, so they moved it around and things. Well, portable tabernacle, really. In the past, great miracles have been performed by God. However, commentators suggest that this was the first time an actual building had been blessed by God. Now, two things that I glean from this week's Sedra. First, the generosity of the Israelites and how that generous attitude has always enveloped the Jewish people. Most Jewish organisations have a charity appeal section. We at KLS have one and can be proud of our communal assistance over many years to many organisations and indeed various people. Recently, over our help with Mitzvah Day, Ukraine, and of course our annual high holiday appeals being some fine examples. The second thing I experienced by researching the portion was the link from the tabernacle to our own arks. The two arks we have here at Careless were both made by the late Norman Fletcher Jones. Norman, together with his wife Pam, were founder members of Careless. Many older members will remember them. They were a wonderful couple, totally dedicated to this synagogue. Between them, they did everything, including editing Kingston News, running the religion school, as it was then called, building and maintenance work, organising the Seder, plus so much more. The first ark Norman built, over here, was transportable. It was used initially at services at the Friends Meeting House in central Kingston, where Primark is now situated. The ark, now renovated, is used in the NFJ Hall for High Holy Day services. Incidentally, the hall is actually named after Norman. The second ark Norman built is the one you see in front of you on the beamer. Norman laboured away in his basement workshop over considerable time to produce this ark. His skill and knowledge were amazing, and all of us are indebted to him for providing the central point for our prayers. On reflection, perhaps the third thing that comes out of the setup for me is the thought of a home. There is no doubt that the tabernacle and the ark erected in the wilderness were the finest design and a delight to the eye. But my definition of a real home is one that is not necessarily large or posh, but contains much love inside its walls. Our synagogue is probably much plainer than the tabernacle described in the text, but it's ours, and it contains the warmth and the love of a real home. Our sanctuary is used for many different things: meetings, talks, bridge club, HMD, and even recently a circus as seen on television. For me, the true Spirit of God is witnessed emotionally when the sanctuary is full, the ark is open, the scrolls held, the choir and congregation singing. Then we are truly experiencing the cloud of God. Shabbat shalom to you all.
Excellent.
So we continue on with Elena on page 520, please. Oh yes, please stand. We'll try and sing this. Try and sing. Elena l'shabbat l'adam hakol l'tei gedula l'yosef bereshit asher somehow came lihadet shemo Garalenu l'hamlit maluto Bananu korim umishtabim umodim lifnei melech malchei hamlochim who spread out the heavens and established the earth, whose glory fills the highest heavens, whose might extends throughout all space, who alone is our God, for no other exists, who in truth is our sovereign, for there is none else, as it is written. Know then this day and take it to heart. The Eternal One is God, in the heavens above and on the earth below. There is no other. Trusting you, eternal God, we hope soon to behold the glory of your might, when false gods will vanish from our hearts and idolatry cease forever. Help us to perfect the world by bringing it under your unchallenged rule, when all will invoke your name, relinquish evil, and turn to you alone. May all who dwell on earth come to know that to you every knee must bend and every tongue swear loyalty. Before you let them humble themselves, and to your glorious name let them give honour. Let all submit to your sovereign rule. May that time come soon and last forever. For ultimate sovereignty is yours, and to all eternity you reign in glory. As it is written, the Eternal One shall reign forever. V'nema v'hoyo Adonai l'melech al kol haaretz v'yom ha'hu v'yom ha'hu yeh Adonai echad u'shamo Page 522, number 3. The growing good of the world is partly dependent on unhistoric acts, and that things are not so ill with you and me as they might have been is half owing to the number who lived faithfully a hidden life and rest in unvisited tombs. Even when they are gone, the departed are with us. They inspire us to live as, in their higher moments, they themselves sought to live. We remember them now, they remain in our hearts, they are a continued blessing. And tonight, on the occasions of the Yorksites, we remember Norman Crevice, father of Stephanie Wilgeneck and grandfather of Joshua. Morris Hornfeld, father of Beverly Child. Janice Rich, mother of Sarah Alston and grandmother of Sam and Joshua. Jesse and Harold Levy, parents of Norma Sheldon. Is there anybody else that you want us to mention tonight? No. And for all those and for all the people we still remember in our hearts, we say the Kaddish on the next page. Amen. Please be seated. Thank you. And I think we're going to finish really down along. But before we finish, first of all, I'd just like to thank one or two people. Mustn't forget Alberto, who's looking after us on security tonight. Anna and Joyce and Philip for taking part in the service. And you, of course, Ollie.
Yes.
Robin for streaming us. Thank
Yes.
you. People don't actually see you, but you're doing a fantastic job.
You
there.
are.
Thank you. And everyone pretending. Don't worry about me. And everyone who joined us online.
Amazing.
Very good sermon.
Thank you. Thank you.
And your services are short, but
I don't know if you heard that. I don't know if you all heard that at home, but Sandra Levine says it's a very, very nice service, but she also likes it nice and short like that. Now,
Right.
down along.
To the French Sephardi tune. Please stand, just a final benediction. Yeah, I don't know if there are any announcements. I don't know. There's a choral service next Friday night.
Yeah, bulletin.
I think it's a choral service next Friday night. Choir singing Friday. And
So Adonai Oz Liamayutain, Adonai Uvaref Etamova Shalom.
let's sing it.
Okay.
Adonai Oz Liamayutain, Adonai Oz Liamayutain, Adonai Oz Liamayutain, Adonai Yavaret Etamova Shalom.
So, eternal God, grant strength to your people. Eternal God, bless your people with peace.
Amen.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
Could you